Yo guys, it's day I don't know what of me uploading a video to YouTube until I get better at speaking to the camera. And it's not until I get better at speaking to the camera. This is why I'm filming this. I already don't even know what I'm saying and it doesn't make sense. But let's get straight to the point. You already saw the title, you already know what this video is about. I actually do not. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Hey ChatGPT, I'm making a video on YouTube and I don't have a topic. Give me a random video topic I can yap about.
How about making a video on the science of happiness? You could discuss
Okay,
different theories,
thank
share
you.
tips, and explore what truly
It's
makes people happy.
the science of happiness. I am no scientist at all. I'm just a guy with opinions and a desire to get better at communicating. Let's just talk about how to be happy. Man, don't we all just want to be happy? If there's something I've learned in my miserable 20 years of life, I don't know why I said miserable. I'm just trying to be cool at speaking to the camera, but that makes absolutely no sense. Whatever. The point I wanted to make without trying as hard as I was is that I'm trying too hard. I'm going to stop trying too hard in 3, 2, 1, go. People always want to be happy in the future. What do I mean by this? I mean, people say I'll be happy once I get this, once I graduate, once I have kids, once I have something that I do not currently have. And that is simply not the best way to go about anything. Before I keep yapping and before you scroll away, I have to set down a timer for 5 minutes so this doesn't get too long. 5 minutes and 30 seconds, whatever. I say people always say they're going to be happy once they have something that they currently do not have. And that feeling in itself inherently makes you unhappy. Desire, your desire for something makes you unhappy. What do I mean by that? It reminds you that you don't have something, and that itself is not a pleasurable experience. Of course, once you accept it and are at peace with it, that's when you can be happy. There's also people that say you can't always be happy because happiness is an emotion and all emotions are fleeting. I think there's truths to all philosophies, most philosophies, I think. I'm trying too hard and getting in on my own head again, but it's okay. Let's go back to the topic. I personally don't like to use the word happy that much because I subscribe to the train of thought that happiness is a fleeting emotion and we can't all be happy all the time, right? Everyone, I guess, I believe, agrees with that. Do you agree with that comment? Look at me trying to be a YouTuber. So we shouldn't strive for happiness. We should strive for general fulfillment. And since I do believe people don't believe that they can be happy 24/7, what they mean when they say they want to be happy is they want to be fulfilled. They want to be satisfied with their life. But there's also potential downsides to being satisfied when you get too comfortable and complacent and you don't improve. But then there's also this constant need to improve, which is also kind of dangerous for you. In life, there are just so many things and paradoxes that contradict each other, but also seem to be true in this instance, but not in this. Life is complicated, but is it? Maybe it's simple. Who are we to know? I don't know if that's me diverting from the topic. I think it is, but I should just let myself make the mistake of doing it. Happiness. Happiness. I feel like I kind of ran out of things to say, but I feel the need to want to say something. But I also heard the advice that I should just sit in silence when these feelings come. So I'm going to sit in silence and think and try to remember what I was saying before so I can continue. If you don't scroll, that would mean the world to me. I honestly just scroll because I'm low key kind of embarrassed by what I'm saying this, but whatever. I don't know what I was saying, but you have to find a way to be happy or fulfilled right now. If you hate yourself or you have some horrible situation or environment, it's going to be much harder for you. But trust me, it is possible to make the choice to be happy. That is something I wrestled with. I personally believe it is a skill and an ability to be able to choose to be happy. You can do it, but you have to cultivate it. How do you cultivate it? Just take some type of action and try. You will fail. You will say it doesn't work. But the more you try and the more you pridelessly learn how to choose to be happy, you'll figure it out. I'm saying this because that's kind of how I did it. I actually, a lot of stuff had to happen to me before I could feel bad emotions and then acknowledge them and then think to be happy and choose to be happy and to ignore all bad emotions. That is a skill that took me a while to cultivate. Well, a lot of things had to happen for me to be like that. And I think there's just too much stuff that I just can't tell you have to do this. What I can tell you is that you must start, and the sooner you start, the more likely you're going to be to actually achieve happiness, and the faster you're going to do it, because I believe taking action anywhere is the best. Overthinking makes you not take action and delays the reward you could have gotten in the future. So take action, take bad action. Trust me, if you take bad action right now, you will be 1,000 times more ahead than the people who overthink and try to take the correct action. Because by the time you take a bad action, an incorrect action, and correct it, by the time you take an incorrect action and correct it, you would have learned to law and corrected yourself many times while the other person is still overthinking on what action to take. Anyways, long story short, which is apparently a cardinal sin of storytelling, I shouldn't ever say long story short. You must find a way to be happy in the moment, to choose to be happy, and that's a skill you need to cultivate. God bless you. If you believe in love, all things happen for a reason, or that humans have a purpose, you're closer to believing in God than you think.